exactly how much it weighed. So this is just about as much fuel was in the car at the track, so I'm gonna weigh it. The car is exactly how it was when I ran my last pass. When I went 10.2 at 136 full weight. I even got coffee in my computer in here.
Maybe you gonna weigh your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, pull through, come see me.
All right, thank you. See, we still got the Hoosiers on the back, street tires on the front. Has a quarter tank of gas, which is about where it was at the track. See, and people don't believe me how much this thing weighs. It's a 4LT, which a 4LT means you have the leather dashboard, which is heavier. The seats, the passenger seat moves, the bolsters all move, they're heated, so it definitely adds up in weight. Plus an amp and a sub. Alright, so I'm gonna go over the setup on this car with you guys. So it's 2008 base model Z51 package, 4LT trim, which is the leather everything, heated everything. You know, if it's heavy, this car has it. Heads-up display. The motor, stock block. It's a LS3 based 416, so it's a 4.07 inch bore, 4-inch stroke. Has Wiseco dish pistons because I originally set it up, I was going to do a big blower on this. But since I'm out the Army now, I've decided to keep it all motor. It just didn't seem smart to spend the amount of money I was going to spend on it, on a blower. I'll just keep it all motor now. I'm pretty happy with how fast it ran, all motor though, for having a blower cam, which yes, it is different than an all motor cam. My cam's bleeding off a lot of compression. Has trick flow heads, stock heavy trick flow valves. They're the 255 heads. They're not ported, they're not milled. Has the BTR Trinity intake manifold, not ported. It's a stock ported 90mm throttle body. Have fuel injector clinic, 60-pound injectors. Brian Tooley Racing fuel rails. Came with the intake manifold. It's a K1 crank, K1 rods. Everything's balanced. Brian Tooley springs. I have 2-piece front rotors. Saves a little bit of weight, but they're still heavier than the OEM base rotors. Cooks 2-inch ceramic coated headers to 3-inch exhaust. And then it's dumped about halfway through. It's dumped right about here. 3-inch dual dumps. I also have the OEM 2.5-inch MPP mufflers. I usually run those. I did put base brakes on the back just because I need new rotors, and these are brand new. So I just had to go to the different caliper mounts. The calipers are exactly the same between the base and C51s. It's just the caliper mounts are different. 4LT seat, fully electric, moves. The bolsters move. The sun's in here. They're stitched. Stitched leather dashboard. Has the carbon fiber center thingy. I don't know if most Corvettes have that. Everything's stitched and matches. AFR 500 V2 wideband with the NTK sensor. Have the Lloyd's mats, of course. You got to do that. You're not a boomer if you don't. Alpine amp. JO 10-inch sub with the stealth box. I have both Hoosiers and M&H drag radials. The M&H's are a little more friendly on the street and in the rain. The Hoosiers are a little lighter. This fancy steering wheel, you know, all the paddle shifters like all Corvettes have, never get used besides their burnouts. navigation, since the factory navigation sucks and doesn't have Bluetooth. This has Bluetooth, so I can actually listen to music. My Boomer Corvette stickers that came with it on the sun visors. Got this. Really helps keep heat out with the glass roof. I've had that since I lived in the desert. I don't know. Stock torque tube. Circle D 258mm converter. The bigger Z51 sway bars. Stock 256 gears. Stock axles. This axle has had tape on it for about 5 years because it has a little hole in the boot, but it works. Doesn't leak. Some Hoosiers. These are the DR2 drag radials. If you watched my videos before, the DR2s, and what size are these? 275 40 17s. The DR2s are about 25 inches. The M&Hs in that size are 26 inches. So if you have stock gears, the DR2s will give you a little quicker rollout. The M&Hs will give you more mile per hour in the gears. But it is a true street car. There's no race car stuff about it. It's just a built motor. The only reason the motor even got built is my original oil pump broke. We lost oil pressure and I spun 2 rods because that's what happens when you're driving a car and you don't have oil pressure. Vera Ram Intake. I love this intake. Everyone on the internet says you can't drive in rain, but I lived in Louisiana for years with it. You can see the little scoop right there. I have 2 transmission coolers on this. I'm about to take one off though, because this transmission that's refreshed works pretty good. I have an 8-year-old Black Lab. Good old parts store battery, nice and heavy. Mighty Mouse catch can. I don't know what else to show you guys. It's a Corvette, there's not much to it. Still has sway bars, still has the factory K member. I'm trying to get a lightweight K member. Gotta take some weight off this car. It's heavy. I don't know, if you have any questions about the car, let me know. This is what it weighed today, with a quarter tank of gas and me in it. I weighed myself in my clothes and I was exactly 220.0 pounds. But thanks for watching the video. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, share the video. That's my tuning page. It's going to be linked in the description along with all in detail parts about the car.